Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Friday's podcast edition, Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, to all my viewers out there, to all my subscribers, to all my fans that love sports, I cannot thank you enough from the bottom of our hearts. Please congratulate us in reaching 500 subscribers on our YouTube channel. It is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best amazing feeling that we have reached 500 subscribers on our YouTube channel. And without you guys, Worldwide Sport Updates would not be continuing strong and getting to where it needs to be. I truly thank you enough. And keep on subscribing and listening to your podcast community, Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. You guys are all awesome. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off with some NBA news to kick off what transpired throughout the week. Anthony Davis to have a mid-foot sprain evaluated in 4 weeks. Anthony Davis will be out 4 weeks after an MRI showed that the Los Angeles Lakers star has a mild foot sprain. The team announced Thursday. Davis suffered the injury in the team's 106-101 win against the Utah Jazz on Wednesday. He underwent x-rays that night at Crypto.com Arena that revealed no fracture, according to the team, but an MRI on Thursday revealed that sprain. The Lakers said the team doctors will reevaluate the star big man in 4 weeks. Davis was hurt when he went airborne to catch a lob pass from Malik Monk. It came down on Rudy Gobert's heel in the second quarter. Davis' ankle turned outward and he fell to the floor, clutching his lower leg on the right side in pain. Lakers star LeBron James said Davis left the arena on crutches, and sources told ESPN at that time that Davis experienced significant swelling in his ankle. Immediately following the injury, it marks another tough injury break for Davis, who already had missed 17 games straight from late December to late January with a sprained MCL in his left knee. The Lakers entered Thursday night in the Western Conference at 27-31. 6 games behind the Denver Nuggets, who are number 6, of course. The spot they would have to capture to avoid the play-in tournament. LA is 4 games ahead of the number 11 New Orleans Pelicans, whom they'll have to stab off to guarantee at least the play-in spot. After the All-Star break, the Lakers have 2 games left in February, then play 9 games through March 18th, which would mark about when Davis would be reevaluated. Ladies and gentlemen, it's AllStar Weekend. The 7 biggest questions heading to AllStar Weekend in Cleveland. Will Team LeBron stay undefeated? Who will be your All-Star MVP? How will Cleveland celebrate their NBA 75th anniversary? How will the dunk contest bounce back? Who can make the NBA three-point contest as enjoyable as last year's event? How will the new Rising Stars bracket turn out? What should we expect from the HBCU Classic? To all these answers, ladies and gentlemen, join us for our Sunday's podcast, as we will give you answers to these questions. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, over to some NFL news. NFL denied that it tried to stop Eminem from taking knee at the Super Bowl halftime show. The NFL has denied again reports that it did attempt to stop Eminem from kneeling during his performance at the Super Bowl halftime show. The game took place at Los Angeles SoFi Stadium, and the halftime show was headlined by Dr. Dre, who hails from nearby Compton. He was joined by fellow Californian stars Snoop Dogg and Kendrick Lamar, as well as Mary J. Blige. Eminem and 50 Cent in a electrifying set. As his rendition of Lose Yourself ended, Eminem took a knee and held his head in his hand in apparent tribute to former San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick, who took a knee during the national anthem to protest police brutality during the 2016 season. Other players followed suit after the quarterback's gesture, and the move created widespread cultural controversy. With the league receiving criticism of its handling of the matter, Kaepernick has not played in the NFL since the end of the 2016 season. And it is widely believed he was blackballed by the league's teams and owners over his stance. Over to some Major League Baseball news. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing is going right for Major League Baseball as we speak. And the collective bargaining agreement, there is no agreement in sight. So here's the latest on the union's latest counter proposal. Major League Baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Association met on Thursday for their latest bargaining session, during which the union made a counter proposal in response to the league's proposal that was made last Saturday. The MLBPA altered two items in its core economic proposal, both involving players in the pre-arbitration service class. The first involved expanding Super 2 eligibility to the top 80% of players with 2+ years of service time, a leap from the 22% in the current system. The MLBPA had been asking for 100% of the players with 2 years of service time to become arbitration eligible, though the league has maintained all along that the issue is a non-starter. In addition, the MLBPA raised its ask for a pre-arbitration bonus pool from $100 million to $115 million, which is $10 million more than players initially asked for. MLB most recent proposal included movement on a number of core economic issues, including minimum salary, the pre-arbitration bonus pool, the competitive balance tax, and service time manipulation. With spring training already delayed, camps have been scheduled to open this week. The calendar remains an issue as the two sides continue to try hammering out a new agreement in an effort to get players back on the field. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on to some NHL news. NHL Power Rankings. The Wild break into top 5. Predators take a big fall. The Nashville Predators ranked number 14. Last week, they were ranked number 9. Nashville entered the week having won their 4th out of the 5, but suddenly skidded, losing consecutive decisions to Dallas Stars, Winnipeg Jets, and the Capitals, while scoring just 6 goals. Part of winning regularly in the league is there has to be a lot of consistency. Coach John Hines said, and when your game is consistent, it gives you the chance to win. Minnesota Wild is ranked number 4. Last week, they were ranked number 6. 2 home games meant 2 wins for the Wild, who scored 10 goals in defeats of Carolina and Detroit, heading into Wednesday night's road loss to Winnipeg. Rookie Matt Boldy scored 3 times against the Red Wings for his first career hat trick. It was obviously really cool, he said. The fans were going crazy, and I just had teammates support from everyone. Everyone kind of clapped my back and stuff like that. It's awesome. Rest of the teams are near about the same. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this week. I'll see you on Sunday's podcast. Until then, hit that button and subscribe to your weekly podcast, sports information, worldwide sport updates, for all the updates that you need to know right on our YouTube channel. Again, this is Joseph Hadid for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community, and I'll see you on Sunday. Have a safe and great weekend. I'll see you guys around.